What's going on, y'all? I'm joined today by a very special guest, and I'm very excited to have him on the channel, KPAX55 from the Discord. And if you are unfamiliar with who KPAX55 is, he is in the Discord and he posts some really good technical analysis in here. Honestly, I really enjoy his TA. He always brings a fresh perspective, and he's a really good trader. And so I'm excited to have him on today. I just want to ask him a few questions about his history, how he got into trading, and then we're going to get his take on the markets. So thanks so much for being on, man.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here too.
So when it comes to trading, you haven't been doing it too long. So how did you get into crypto, and how did you get into trading in this space in general?
Yeah, I think I have a very special history because when I come to trading, it was in December 2020, not 22, it felt a bit similar to this time when everybody was calling for 100K, and it was a lot of noise. And when I started with trading, I thought I have really good conditions to start with trading because I run several businesses and I'm used to make a lot of important decisions day by day. And usually the decisions are, I would say they are good. Otherwise, I would not be successful. And when it came to trading, I was super confident and I totally got wrecked. So I started to join some Telegram groups, and I joined the famous YouTuber channels and all these things. And my experience was there was a lot of noise, and I have been in a mode of constant FOMO. I always thought, okay, I'm going to miss out somewhere. And this was very exhausting because I was not able to learn TA, and then I got wrecked and burned my account until I found your course. And then I think I lost almost $1.2 million at this time. Yeah,
that's wild, man.
That was really rough, and I can only tell everyone, never revenge trade. That's the worst you can do.
Yeah, 100%, man. Guaranteed to get sliced up if you revenge trade.
Yeah, and when I found your course, I have to admit I organized myself and tried to cut the noise and do a fresh start. And then I learned some TA, and I learned some fancy stuff like support and resistance. It's a little bit funny to trade without knowledge about support and resistance.
Yeah.
But I learned it from the scratch from your course, and then I started to be successful. And it took me 3.5 months to get my money back.
Wow.
I was impressed too.
I mean, that really is an amazing turnaround story, man, because most people who get wrecked never recover, especially not in 3 months when you're just starting out.
Yeah, and to be honest, it was not a question of effort. I put every single minute in trading, and I was always in front of the chart, and that did not change anything. I would say I was still non-profitable, and I slept 4 hours every night, and I ignored my girlfriend and all these things. And in the end, it didn't made me more successful. The point where I got that turnaround was when I did your course, and I think I did it twice. Yeah, I did it twice. I watched every video twice, and then I started to trade.
That's so cool, man. So it's pretty amazing because I mean, when I look at you in the Discord posting your stuff, I mean, you seem like such an experienced trader, like you've been doing this for so long.
Thank you.
I mean, yeah, you really have a good feel on the markets, and a lot of your trade setups you post, I mean, they happen like exactly to the dollar. So you're saying basically, you know, it just, instead of working hard, you decided to work smart, and now you're just looking for your trade setups in advance and only taking those high probability setups if you get your confirmations.
Yeah, true, absolutely true. Because when I started trading, and before I did your course, I constantly had the feeling that I have to trade every minute of the day. So when I really feel bad when I wasn't in a trade, and this was really bad, because that makes me take some strange trade setups in the middle of nowhere, because I heard somebody called 100K, and
Right.
yeah, and so
So
and then when I watched your videos, and I back tested your TA, which the stuff you posted in the VIP Discord, then at some point I found out that you don't have to be in a trade all the time, rather than to take the good setups.
right. Yeah, you know, that took me a long time to learn too, because there's always that feeling, especially for newer traders, like you say, like you have to be in a trade, and if you're not in a trade, then you're missing out. But it's
Yeah,
like, you know, man, you will get wrecked so easy that way if it's just like, you know, like I haven't taken a single trade today. I just haven't seen a good one, so I'm not worried about
yeah,
it, you know.
yeah, sure.
I'll get
Yeah,
one
it
tomorrow.
makes absolutely sense. And one thing to add, I also had my turnaround when I started to journal every trade.
Mm.
That was a very important thing, especially for me, because I had the impression that at some point I thought I'm already very successful, but in reality I wasn't, because I only remembered when I won a trade, but I forgot the 3 losing trades before. And yeah,
Yeah, that, I guess that's important. Yeah, you know, I used to be a journaler of all my trades, and now it's in a lot of ways the Discord is my journal, because
yeah,
I
but
know what I'm thinking, you know, because I can go back and read it. But so you're currently in a long right now from about 60.3K, right?
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Do you mind sharing your screen, and maybe we can dive into the charts a little bit, and you can share your current trade and your thoughts
Yeah,
and all that?
sure.
Cool, man.
Can you see my screen?
I can.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so in general, it was quite. It was not so difficult to take it straight, because yeah, when I thought about the setup, I just took out my my volume tool, and then I saw that we are trading in a well-defined range, and uh, this was a range low at this point. So I realized that we are close to the range low when price comes down to this point. And I also realized that we have proper support below us. So I think at 60K is a weekly, and a few dollars below 60K, there is another important support. And simply from the history of the last days, I was aware that when I took this trade, we had still a very bullish setup, a bullish chart setup, and then it was quite easy to say, okay, the chances are very high to at least test the point of control of this range. And I'm totally addicted to FIPS. And there were, I learned that from you. I use a lot of local FIPS, to be honest, to set up my trades. And then I played a little bit around with the FIPS, and then yeah, I had some confidence to take the trade.
Nice. So was that a bounce off of a golden pocket?
Yeah, it was a bounce of a local golden pocket, and I think I also I think the first idea was to take this swing failure pattern at this low, but when I saw it come lower, it was a bounce of a golden pocket or the 382. I'm not sure anymore, but it was a bounce of some kind of FIP. And then in addition, with the knowledge that you're trading at the value area low, it was a high probability setup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool, man. That's a good trade. I hope you stay in that, because you took profits at the point of control, right?
Yeah, I took profits when it came to the point of control, and even if I get stopped out now, I'm still in profits. And I think that's the key. If you trade, or how did you say it? If you buy the lows and sell the highs, then you are good. You will be good in general.
That's true. Buy low and sell high, and lock in profit, man. I mean, for me,
yeah.
That's my secret weapon. I feel, when it comes to being profitable, is if I make sure that I'm not exiting a trade in a loss, I've already won,
Yeah, I realized that, and I learned that from you to do the first take profit very, very quick. And then you can be totally relaxed with your trade, because even if you get stopped out. And I think many of the newer traders think they always have to do a $5,000 move, but that it isn't important to shoot up to the moon. It is important to lock in profits very quick.
Yeah, I mean, most of the time, right, Bitcoin is just simply ranging. It's very rare that we're going to get a massive pump or a massive dump. So you always have to be in the mindset that I'm going to get this little scalp, and if it turns out to run, then awesome,
Yeah, sure. I have to admit, I like this style of trading, because you can be totally relaxed. And I can remember when I did that the other way around, that was totally frustrating, because I even when I did a good trade and I forgot to lock in profits, sometimes the price turned around and came back to my entry, and I lost everything.
Yeah. That used to happen to me a lot too, man. And that's why I decided, I'm never going to let that happen again. There's nothing worse than like you check your phone and you're like in some pretty awesome profit, and then you go out somewhere, you come back and you're either much less or, even in the negative sometimes, right? So you gotta,
and that was that simple. And I think most of the people did not realize, or most of the newer traders try to overcomplicate things. In the end, you always have to see there's a value, and the asset has some value, and if you do things like VPVR and all these stuff, you have a well-defined range where you trade, and if you stick to the principle that you want to buy the lows and sell the highs, then you're good.
Yeah, 100%, man. So yeah, I appreciate you being in the Discord, man. I mean, you bring so much to the community in there with your technical analysis, and I get a lot out of it too, just to see your perspective on stuff. So we're coming up to all-time highs. What do you think the future holds for Bitcoin? Do you have any kind of like macro targets or macro TA, besides this local range that we're trading? What's your overall sentiment on the market now?
I have to admit, I only take it level to level from my past experience, because I also thought 10 months ago that we go to 100K, because I was so biased from all other people. Yeah, and we are still not at 100K, so I'm good with taking it level to level. But I think overall, the Fed is still printing money, and we have a lot of reasons to think that Bitcoin price is going higher and higher.
Yeah, for sure, man.
And tomorrow will be a very exciting day. I already wrote in the Discord chat, because tomorrow will be the approval or the decline from the SEC for the ETF. And today, if we close the weekly above 60K, we will, I think we will print the highest weekly close ever for Bitcoin.
Yeah, we will. It's exciting, man.
Yeah, totally exciting. FOMO.
Yeah, FOMO. Go long right now, 100x.
Yeah.
Not financial advice, of course.
No, never.
Yeah, man. So that's pretty interesting. I mean, I'm a very similar way. Like I try and trade it. You know, I'm only looking for the trade setups that are in the near future. I don't know what the future holds, but I hope we get to 100K. Just because I've been holding Bitcoin for so long, and it would feel like a victory. You know.
Yeah.
I've been into crypto since 2015. So.
Yes, it would be so cool, and the short from 100K would be epic.
That would be so. Yeah, that would be epic. We'll have to find a short from there. Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah, I think it will be front run by a few $1,000s, but it will be epic, because I think everybody will sell.
Yeah, something crazy is going to happen. I mean, we're definitely going to have a lot of volatility in the coming months, but yeah, it's going to be an exciting rest of the year for sure, man.
Yeah, last quarter of the year is always the most volatile one, I guess. And usually I think we are primed for a run up, but let's see what happens.
Man. We've had an epic run up so far. I mean, you know, from 30K, this is nice, man.
Yeah, that's so crazy. When today in the morning, I realized that we shoot up in the last 10 or 14 days.
Yeah,
that's so unreal. If you tell somebody who trades stocks that this will happen with the stocks, he will call you crazy.
Do you trade stocks at all, or forex?
No. I always try to get into it, but I have no time. But I hold a few Tesla stocks, and something which is okay to have in your portfolio. And
cool, man. Well, hey, I appreciate you so much coming on the channel. Thanks for being here, man.
Thank you.
Do you have any last words you want to say to the millions and millions of subscribers?
Yeah. Don't FOMO. That's my advice. Yeah. I'm the best example to get wrecked. Yeah. And that's the reason why I tell you the story. It's not worth to FOMO. The market will be there every day, and don't ignore your private issues or your girlfriend. And it's not worth to hang out at the screen for 24 hours. Makes no sense. The good trades will come to you. And take the course. The course is key. I can only tell you from my own experience, because it's the best course I ever seen, and I did a lot of stuff.
Wow. Is that really true, or are you just saying that because you're on my YouTube channel?
No. Really, I did a lot of stuff. I I'm a very curious person, and I always want to know what other people doing, and I want to know the reason why price is shooting up. For example, when people trade on the 4-hourly chart, I want to know why they take a trade. And I learned so much stuff, but you are a great teacher, and your course is awesome.
I'm honored, man. I'm honored.
Don't rise the price.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, thanks for being on. And yeah, everybody, this is KPAX55. He's in the Discord. And yeah, I'm sure you'll see him in there. All right. Peace, y'all.